Hello, my name is Ray Whitlow, and I will be your instructor for this class. But before we get into the details of public speaking, let me ask a question that I know is on everybody's mind. And that question is, who is afraid of public speaking? I venture to say the vast majority of you are afraid of giving a speech. And we need to look at that before we actually get into the details of public speaking. Social scientists say that at the top of the list of fears for individuals is public speaking. And the reason why individuals have the fear of giving a speech is because they are afraid when they're up there giving the speech, someone is going to be judging them negatively. There's a saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's not exactly true. You break your arm, you break your leg, you go to the doctor, you set it properly, within 6 weeks or so, it will be as good as new. But somebody can say something to you that will negatively impact your life forever. And so when you are up here giving a speech, even though we can say, I don't care what anybody says about me, in the back of our mind, we are afraid people are judging us negatively on how we look, on what we're wearing, how we sound, and it hurts us. Well, to that I say, I'm not going to give anybody that much power over me. Yes, you may be thinking bad things about me, but I have to take control of my life to the point where I can't let what you say or think about me negatively impact my life going forward. But let's look at this even further. Public speaking is at the top of the list? Really? That's going to be your undoing. Giving a speech. You're not afraid of death, disease, pestilence. The number one thing that you are afraid of is giving a speech. I've been turning the news on lately, and there's a lot of bad news, but I have yet to hear recently, or as long as I have been on this earth, individual gives a speech and they die. Never have I heard that. I've heard a lot of bad things, but never have I heard a speech taking anyone out. We need to put public speaking, the number one fear of individuals, in a different perspective. And I can help you with that right now by taking this phrase to heart. People, it is just a speech. Far too long, individuals had a speech at the top of the list. Not COVID-19, and unfortunately, it is taking people out. People are dying because of COVID-19. Not flying. I have no problem flying over land because in my mind, if the plane has some type of a mechanical issue, there's another airport, we can land on the freeway if need be. But if we fly overseas, no matter what they say about that seat cushion being a flotation device, most likely you're not going to survive. But yet, I fly all the time, people fly all the time. Driving, everybody under the sound of my voice has been in a car. Driving is dangerous. We are going 70, 80, 90 miles an hour down the highway. You can literally reach your hand out and touch the other car going 70, 80, 90 miles an hour. And if you look over, someone is probably texting going 70, 80, 90 miles an hour. That's dangerous. That is cause for fear. But yet we get in our cars and we go to where we need to go without any fear. People, speech cannot be at the top of the list. It is just a speech. We need to put other things at the top, such as death, dying, losing your job, having financial heartaches. But even when those are at the top of the list, just at one point, public speaking was at the top, but you looked at it from a different perspective. We need to put perhaps losing your job in a different perspective. I'm not saying that's not another fear, but you need to look at it and say, I can make it through this. I promise you, everybody under the sound of my voice has gone, are going, or soon will go through some type of fear, but you're here because you've put it in perspective. This is just a speech class, people. You only have to give a couple of speeches that will last anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes throughout the course of the semester. So I hope now, when you ask yourself, what's the number one fear that you have? Public speaking has moved way down the list because you realize it's just a speech. And whatever you have at the top of your list, it may be scary. It may cause some anxiety. But just as you looked at speech from a different perspective, you will look at your number one fear from a different perspective, and I am quite certain that you will make it through. As I said, my name is Ray Whitlow. I will be your instructor for the speech class, and I look forward to hearing your presentations.